When dating a rich guy or girl, you can expect to be taken out to fancy restaurants and high-end hotels to indulge in fine dining. Most of these expensive hotels have a set of rules and dining etiquette that you should be aware of. Welcome to Campus Edge. I'm your host, Patricia. Students from Congo, Rwanda, and Burundi, bonjour, na pia wanafunzi wa Kenya na wa Tanzania, tunawakilisha. Here is what is coming up in this episode. Dining etiquette seems obvious, but it really isn't. I mean, if you knew that your bread and butter plate is the one on your left side, you wouldn't eat your neighbor's bread by mistake, right? I'm right, ain't I? Well, tonight we're going to teach you some fine dining etiquette and table manners that will save you from making embarrassing mistakes. And what better place to learn about fine dining than from the best of the best, the Kampala Serena Hotel. Mabel was at the 5-star hotel to find out how to eat at fancy restaurants. And guess who her tutor was? Henry Wanyama, the host of the cookery show Kitchen Delight. Look and learn.
You're welcome to the show, Henry.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Mabel.
Nice meeting you, Mabel.
Yes, and I've come here to learn. I need to learn so many things. So I have come out for dinner. For starters, the first thing I think about is this.
Okay.
Yes, so where am I supposed to place this napkin? Because I don't want to get embarrassed.
It's very interesting now. This napkin, it's more like a hat. You can put it on your head.
True. A kid would actually do that.
Ideally, this is supposed to help you not to mess yourself.
Okay.
So you can either put it up here just to protect whatever you're wearing, just in case you get messy, or you can lay it on your laps, not to be messed up or stained with the food.
Oh, okay, fine. Then how about my hands? I don't want to put them in the wrong place. I want to get this thing right. So where do I place my hands?
And first of all, from where you're seated, depending on the dinner setting, usually you have the armrest. That's why it's called the armrest.
Yes.
So arms can rest, and then you sit elegantly. You don't want to sit like you're in a pod or something. So
No.
you need to be elegant, and your hands can rest on the armrest.
Okay.
It is very wrong if you sit and you
yeah, I've
do
seen
like
that a
this.
lot.
Many people do this
Yeah.
unknowingly, but this is very wrong. You'd rather, first of all, it's dinner, it's lunch, and you want to be elegant. You ladies want to do things.
Want to be elegant.
Yes.
Yes.
So you sit upright and your arms are rested on the armrest.
Okay. Well, there is too much cutlery in front of me. That can also get tricky. You
Yes.
look and you're thinking, what fork should I use? Should I use this knife? And before you know it, you're embarrassing yourself.
Yes.
So tell me about the cutlery on the table.
Actually, you know what? Instead of just talking about it,
Okay.
how is it they serve us something so we can have it really practical?
Let's order. So if I do not understand what's in the menu, what should I do?
This is the discipline of dinner. If I'm hosting you for dinner and they bring the menu for you,
Yes.
first of all, you're a lady. You don't have to hustle.
No.
Look through the menu. If you understand it, well and good. In case you don't, ask me.
I ask you to place
Because
to
I'm your
order for
host.
me.
To guide you
To
through.
guide
Yes.
me. Okay.
Because I'm your host. So it could be in French.
Yeah.
And you
I
don't understand
know
French,
yes.
Then you start saying, then before you
Before I know it, I
it,
order for something random.
you're ordering for chicken
I
feet.
don't like it. Yes,
But
so
it's discipline and it's etiquette that if I host you, if I took you out for dinner,
Yes.
I should be in the lead. So in case you need anything, even besides the menu, anything that you need, you ask me.
Okay,
Then
fine.
I will place my order.
Okay.
So how is it we do something, since we want to learn about all these things,
Yes.
how is it we do something 4-course? There are 2 courses, 3-course meal, 4-course, 5, up
Okay,
to
what
7.
do you mean by 2-course, 3-course?
Yes, now that's where we're going. So let's
Okay.
order for a 4-course. and then we can learn what makes the courses.
No problem.
Is that fine?
Very fine.
Fine. Now, this is a starter.
Okay.
It would also be called an appetizer. But if you're going to do fine dining, I'd like to call it a tuner.
Tuna.
Yes, because
It turns you on
Yeah,
to-
it tunes you and puts you in
Into
the
the
mood of where we're
mood
going.
of what-
And if you can see, they've given us 2 different starters. This one has fish. This one has a garden salad. A garden salad is a collection, a mixture of all, vegetables and herbs.
Okay.
So that means the cutlery for the 2 starters is different.
Oh.
Yours has some fish.
Okay.
So you have what they call a fish knife.
Okay.
And usually when they set the cutlery like this, they set it in the order of what you're going to eat. It's just like that. So it has a starter knife, it has a soup knife, and then a steak knife.
Yes. So what do I have on this hand?
On this side, we
Yeah.
have still, as you can see, the forks and how they are set. The big fork goes with the big knife for your main course. And then the small fork goes with the small knife. Now, for your case, yes, for your case, your fork has 3 those things.
yes.
It is for specifically for fish. That's why it's like that. Mine has 4. It's different from yours.
Yes.
I don't know if these guys can see the difference,
Different.
but this one has 4,
Yeah.
and then this one has 3. And even the shape is different. So this is specifically for fish. And this can work on the other starter.
Okay.
Yes. Ready?
So before I start,
Yes.
which hand holds the knife? Which one holds the fork?
Okay. And many people really mess it up usually because, you get comfortable and then you forget the dinner etiquette.
Yes.
But even from the way the table is set, it shows you where the knife is and where the fork is.
Yes.
But you have to remember, each knife goes with a particular fork.
A particular fork.
Yes, and they simplify it for you. So you get this knife
This
with
knife
the other fork.
and this fork.
That means the left hand holds the fork,
Okay.
and then the right hand holds the knife.
Good. Enjoy your meal.
If you can see, the plate on which they're serving us the soup is totally different from the previous plate. So just in case you're hosting someone at your house, don't serve them just on any other
On
plate.
any place that I find. Okay, fine.
And then now for this, it becomes easy. We have a cheese stick. You can just dip. But most important here is the spoon. If you can see the shape of the spoon, it's totally different from a teaspoon or a tablespoon. This is round, so as to be able to get the soup.
Get the soup.
You want to
You
ask
said I
anything?
eat everything,
Yeah, everything.
even these leaves here. Okay, I'll give it a try.
This is now where the big guys come in.
Yes.
The big
guys.
fork and the big knife.
Okay.
Please
Big fork
enjoy.
and big
Bon
knife.
appetit.
Yes, I will.
Now, when the chef is serving you and says served with and finished or garnished, it doesn't mean the garnish is a decoration. It's all edible. And for you to be able to appreciate, you need to mix. If it's served with a sauce, you make sure you toss it in the sauce so you can really enjoy it. Served with a baby potato, then even the potato and whatever else, for you to have a beautiful blend.
So when I've finished eating, where do I put my cutlery? Like I've finished the whole meal. I'm not pausing, but I've finished, and I want the waiter to know that yes,
You're
come
done.
and clear the table.
That's why I told you earlier, there's so much communication with food even without talking. Usually, like you see my fork and knife is, that shows I'm still eating.
Okay.
So every time your fork is like this, even if you took 10 minutes without touching it, the waiter will
No one
not
will
come.
come to-
They won't. But when you're done, if you placed your knife and fork just like that, you will not have to call for the waiter.
Okay.
Because he's always just on the side. They're watching and observing because they are waiting on you, attending to you. Once you place your fork and knife on the plate like that, it's communication that I'm done and probably ready for another meal.
Okay.
Now, just before you go for your eating, if you can notice, if you look around, still the cutlery is different. Now, because this involves a fruit and I have to cut through, then I have got a dessert fork. And then for you, you have a spoon. Now, that spoon, if you can just hold it up so these guys can see, is totally different in terms of the shape from the one we had. The one for soup is round.
Yes.
And this one is yes, and like a boat shape. This is for dessert.
This is for dessert.
Yes, and it's your dessert. Dessert is supposed to be sweet. That's why you see it's either cake or it's a fruit. The purpose of the dessert is to curb down all that discomfort and that fullness, you know, when you feel so full. So usually when you feel so full, do not miss out on the dessert course.
Thanks, Mabel and Henry. You can catch Henry on Kitchen Delight every Sunday at 4:30 p.m. and Tuesday at 3 p.m. right here on NTV. Poor dining etiquette and table manners portrays one as uncultured and unpolished and can have a negative impact on one's career. If, for instance, you apply for a job that requires you to wine and dine with clients, chances are your boss will take you out for lunch to check out your dining etiquette. Here is a basic rule. Eat the food on your left and take the drink on your right. You don't want to take your boss's drink, oh, do you? Now that we have your dining etiquette sorted, let's take a quick break.